Years ago, there used to be a commercial that said, it asked, "It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?" Well, undoubtedly, the parents of these three kids didn't know where their children were at and what they were doing. Let's hit it.
Now to one of the most talked about stories on click2houston.com. A grand jury will determine whether a man will face charges after shooting several young robbery suspects who were 12 and 13 years old. KPRC2's Rowan Belogan spent the day at the Willow Plaza apartments near 249 where this robbery happened, and many there are shocked that the man being robbed could face any charges for defending himself.
It's not clear if any of the three children lived at this complex, but witnesses did say they saw some of them on bikes. Tonight, all three are recovering in the hospital from gunshot injuries.
It's just very sad that that happened, especially being that age, which is very, very terrible.
Investigators with the Harris County Sheriff's Office say three boys, ages 12 and 13, pointed guns at a man at the apartment complex on North Houston Roslyn Road. Detectives say the man got his own gun and shot them.
Hold on, what's that say? Willow Plaza? Let me look up something right quick. Guys, when you pull a gun out, I don't care how old you are. Nobody knows how old you are. So I'm looking at, the rent ain't, well, I mean, it's high, I guess, but look at these Willow Plaza apartment floor plans. They look like they're fairly new. Like they go from $1,200 for at 660 square feet up to about $1,900 for 1,100 square feet, a little over 1,100 square feet. They look like a nice, they look like they're probably fairly new or whatever. But anyway, I don't care how old you are. You pull a gun out to rob somebody, all bets are off. You see stories of these soldiers going overseas fighting these wars, and they say these kids, and you see stories all the time. Kids with these assault rifles, automatic machine guns, kids. Like they 13, 14 years old, laughing, grinning, shooting weapons. So why would that be any different here? Why would that be any different here? The problem is these kids need some kind of extracurricular activity. They need to be playing basketball. What is this? December? I guess they out of school. They should be at a basketball tournament, AAU, something like that, but shoot, they figure they just want to rob somebody, I guess.
Had his own gun and shot them. One of the boys, 12, is recovering in the ICU. The other two are also in the hospital.
If it was self-defense and it was in the moment, I don't think it's probably not something he's going to ponder on, but react according to that situation. Can't really say I blame him for that, especially if the kids or the teenagers had weapons that could kill him.
The sheriff's violent offenders detectives are investigating and will present all evidence to a grand jury who then will determine whether charges will be filed.
So it's like seeing that, like knowing that like kids can come out to get you, it's scary. It's scary because you don't know, you never know.
I think it ultimately comes down to parenting. Where were their parents? That would be my question. And I'm just wondering how they got a hold of these weapons.
Hold on. Let's don't gloss over that. Say it. I want y'all to hear it. Say it one more time.
It's scary because you don't know, you never know.
I think it ultimately comes down to parenting.
Amen. That's exactly what I was thinking too. It comes down to parenting. They say by the time you reach the age of 13, you pretty much are the person that you're going to be, unless some kind of drastic thing happens to change the way your outlook on life. You pretty much set in your ways at 13. So these boys did not just wake up one day and just feel like robbing somebody. They have been groomed somehow, maybe by the people they hang around, the music, the parents, or the lack thereof, and decided to, let's go ahead and try to go get this dude. Now, who knows? Is this their first robbery? Maybe, maybe not. Now, the guy who did the shooting, this guy here is on TV. He tried to say that maybe he don't think the dude's going to really trip over. But I think he will, because once he realizes they're like babies, you're gonna be upset because they're kids, they're babies. They don't know no better. They got their whole life ahead of them, and instead of worrying about getting good grades and trying to impress little girls or hell 12, 13, impress their homeboys, playing sports and in the house playing video games, Roblox, they out robbing people and they got guns. And it's like, where did they get the guns from? It's a lot of you always got to figure out the underlying. That's those are the stories that I want to see. The stories of how they started out and ended up where they at. How did they get to this point? The way they was raised, who they was raised by, where they was raised, how they get these weapons, who they role models, all that kind of stuff. That's the only way you're really going to be able to curb this type of behavior, if you figure it out and then put it out in public so the world can see.
Where were their parents? That would be my question. And how, just, I'm just wondering how they got a hold of these weapons.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office say the 25-year-old man is cooperating with their investigation. In Northwest Harris County, Roman Belogan, KPRC, 2 News.
So sad story all the way around. Young man, like I said, he's 25. Being that young, he may not feel too much type of way about shooting 3 dudes, especially if you got a gun. But if you get old, if the boy dies and he gets older, yeah, I feel it would affect him. It's going to affect him, because you don't every average everyday citizen don't want to take a life. But this dude was defending himself, so he shouldn't get no charges. I mean, in Texas, you got a right to defend yourself, bear arms or what have you. So I don't know what the grand jury is going to find, but like I said, I hope he doesn't get charges, because he really doesn't deserve them. He should be he don't have to be heralded as a hero. He just a guy who did what he felt he needed to do to save his own life. And if protecting and saving your own life is a crime, then we all should be guilty of it. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below, share it with the world. Let's have an intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you nothing but maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here. If you would like to support financially, you can get super thanks, super chat, super stickers. And you can go to the description box below where the links there you can click on to help support us there. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.